Hey, I have some exciting news for you. At least it's for me, and it could be for you. I'm hearing this from other people too. I started using the C60 Evo, and I really started using the what stuff with coconut oil in it. And I go to my dentist. He says, "Well, we got to replace 4 crowns." He says, "But I don't know." I said, "Well, let's fix Jane's teeth first." He says, "Yeah, yours are apparently sort of filling in." I said, "What?" Now the C60 Evo and the coconut oil is sort of filling in my teeth. And then I go to multi-care, massive, yeah, massive diabetes. Let's see, the coconut oil. I haven't tried the avocado yet. Um, I do eat the regular C60 and olive oil, but the coconut, just my body just absolutely loves. I don't know
Hmm.
why, but I loaded my video this morning and I put it in my mouth as I load my little 12 video channels. It was in there 20, 30 minutes, and my teeth are, the dentist says they're looking better.
Hmm.
I've never in my life had a dentist tell me my teeth are looking better. And here's multi-care. There are no numbers out of whack except when it talks about the kidney because I'm taking cephalexin and uh, doxycycline. Although I ended that, the bolus pemphigoid seems to be going away. And here's my diabetes numbers. My A1C has been 7.5, 7.7, unless I drive it up to 11 or 15 with soap, which I do sometimes. But normally it's about 7.7. Been that way since I retired at 39, it's 40, because I did my first VA um, A1C. It was 7.5, then it was 7.6, then it was 7.7. Check this out. My doctor's so mad at me. 5.7 A1C,
Wow.
blood sugar 105. I ate half a box of cookies last night. And I'm not afraid of showing you because when I make these claims, you need to know who I am, where I live, and how to get a hold of me. So I'm not afraid of showing this because when I say my A1C is 5.7, you have to know that I'm a real person and where I live. I'm not afraid of showing where I live, Chris.
Wow.
When I went to Russia so many years ago and we pulled 346 nukes out of Iran, I told everybody where I lived. My life became public. That's all there is to it. They gave me a bunch of awards. Here I am with no diabetes, losing weight, and all my numbers, all of my numbers, except the two that say I'm taking too much antibiotics, which I'm not anymore, all of my numbers are within range. And the dentist says my teeth are healed. I've never, have you ever heard that? Well, you probably have heard it from a dentist, but I've never heard that from a dentist, Chris.
Right. Well,
Pat, I mean,
their job is to sell you things like fillings, like
yes. Anyway,
crowns.
this is Pat and Chris from C60 Evo, and the C60 is industrial stuff. The C60 Evo is made in the United States, not China, and it's not industrial grade, and it's the only C60 that works. And I'm here to tell you that my teeth are getting better, and our dental costs are going way down because I don't need any more dental work for now.
Yes.
I've never had that in my life, Chris and Pat. But the fact that the doctor's not yelling at me because you got diabetes, stop eating cookies, don't eat a banana, don't eat this, don't eat that. Nah, 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 nah. You know what? He was so mad. He says, "Come back in 3 weeks to get new numbers." Why?
Love
I
it.
don't need.
Love it. Yeah, we are kind of the enemy of doctors and surgeons and veterinarians because they're having less customers when they start taking this product that detoxes your body head to toe. That's the simple term, detox. And Chris will give you the extended term of how it is that we are anti-aging successfully with the C60 Evo. But we are the only lab in the world, to be clear. We've been at it since 1991, Chris and Robert have, but we're the only lab making safe for people and pets ESS 60, which is the carbon 60 molecule way back when Chris and Robert were making it for industrial purposes. But now it's ESS 60, a lot cleaner, safe for people and pets. And boy, are we getting testimonials like yours. All of our influencers are giving rave reviews. And I'm delighted with yours. Wow. I mean, test
Yeah,
numbers, that's when you can see the difference. It's one thing to feel it, it's another thing when your doctor says, "What the heck are you doing?"
well, my doctor says, "I can't believe it. You got to come back in 3 weeks. I don't believe these numbers." Yeah, well, I do
Yeah,
because I feel a
bye.
lot.
See you in a few
Hi.
years.
That's exactly what we said. See you in a few years, my wife. Well, don't you need your yearly appointment? She says, "I'll see you in a few years."
We think alike.
Yeah. So anyway, C60 Evo, and you'll see that Evo is the only American-made, non-industrial C60. The rest is pure. When you want to eat stuff made for tires, that's okay with me, but not for me.
Not in your mouth.
Okay, go ahead. Chris and Pat, you have a presentation, and I am more excited about eat. No diabetes. It just, well, okay, I can't say I don't have diabetes. I can't say it cures anything, but magically, all of this just happened.
It's a coincidence you're not the only one that has yelled that very review this week. We also heard it from Paul Begley yelling also, because it's very exciting when something that's bothered you for decades is all of a sudden not bothering you. And, be it a coincidence or not that Evo helped, good chance that it probably did. And Chris is going to explain why.
Yeah, why does
Yeah,
it work, Chris? Is that?
And just to interject here, right? So we must share the FDA has not evaluated our product. It is not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease. And the way I like to describe it, hey, we're going to share anecdotes. Just assume these anecdotes won't happen for you. Dig into the research. There'll be a link at the end if you're interested in trying. When you think about aging, there's so many aspects of aging. You've got genomic instability. You've got mitochondrial dysfunction, which we'll certainly be talking about today. You've got telomere attrition. If you don't know, telomeres are the little ends of your DNA, and they wear with age. They go away with age, and they protect your DNA. So that's important. And you've got cellular senescence. And we do believe that ESS 60 is a blueprint for total system restoration. When we think about aging, I think about this kind of horrible spiral that we go through as we age. Starts with your mitochondria, it produces reactive oxygen species. Your body's pretty good at managing that reactive oxygen species early on. And as you age, it gets less capable to manage this reactive oxygen species. That starts damaging the mitochondria, the membranes of the mitochondria, and even the membranes of your actual cells. So you get lipid and DNA corrosion. And then those reactive oxygen species and that mitochondrial damage triggers inflammation, right? Where there's a word called inflammaging, which is the confluence of inflammation and aging. And that triggers that. It triggers inflammatory cytokines. And all of this rolls back into an inflammation increases ROS and further mitochondrial damage. This is a complete cellular and system power failure. Inflammation fuels a vicious cycle of energy decline, oxidative damage, and systemic power failure. And we do think that the ESS60 molecule has a role in helping your body's natural processes to fight aging. This is what that looks like. So first, Patty mentioned kind of a little bit of the history. The molecule was discovered in 1985. The three scientists, Dr. Smalley, Dr. Curl, and Dr. Croto, won the Nobel Prize in 1996 for that discovery. Our lab began manufacturing it in 1991, a full 5 years before they were awarded the Nobel Prize. There's actually a book called The Most Beautiful Molecule written about this molecule because it's spectacular. And we've mentioned C60. The way we think about C60 is for industrial applications like ink, batteries, tires, photocells, those things that you wouldn't want to put in your body. ESS60 is C60 that's been processed for people and pets. When they first discovered this molecule, again, those guys won the Nobel Prize, but they thought the molecule would be toxic, and they put it in a toxicity study. And this is where everything really changes for the molecule, for us, for all the people benefiting from taking this product on a regular basis. In that original study, by the way, just wave your hand or anything if you want to interrupt. In that original study, there were three groups of Wistar rats. The first group was the control group. They were given water. The next group was the olive oil group. They're kind of a semi-control group. And then the final group was given olive oil with the ESS60 molecule. Typical Wistar rat lives about 32 months. So, of course, the water control rats, given just water, H2O, lived 32 months. You'll notice here, though, that the semi-control group, that group given olive oil, lived out to 38 months. That's 18% longer. So whatever amount of olive oil you're taking now, take more olive oil because it's got a lot of health benefits for you. But that's 18% is nothing compared to the 90% of the ESS60, the rats given ESS60 and olive oil. So my job was like, what's going on here, right? You've given some amazing testimonials. I can't say that our molecule has done anything, but I can say if it's done anything, this is what's driven those processes, right? These are my theories about those processes. Our most consistent testimonials, people take the product in the morning, they report mental focus and energy during the day, and then better sleep that night. If you think about sleep, it's really important to point out here two things in that. One, taking something in the morning and positively impacting sleep at night, that is not normal. In fact, I'm not aware of anything else that you can take in the morning and positively impact sleep. And the reality, given all the testimonials, the systemic benefits that you kind of described that we get from our customers, the testimonials we get regularly, if you just improve sleep, you will improve your mental, physical, and emotional well-being. In fact, sleep is so important. We did a study. It's a small cohort study where we interviewed, we got survey answers about people's sleep for 10 days prior to taking the product, 10 days while they were on the product, 10 days back off the product, and then 10 days back on the product. You can see here, it was reported that people improved their sleep when they were on the product. More important than what you see here, this is the aggregate of the data. More important, each of the individuals in this study reported improvements in sleep when they were taking the product. So this is a profound difference. So we've got absolutely deep sleep is something that our customers report regularly. Next, well, oxidation and inflammation. We already kind of talked about that in that horrible aging spiral. We're an antioxidant. There's an ad hoc study on the web showing us to be 172 times more powerful than vitamin C. Peer-reviewed published research showing us to be 125 times more powerful than vitamin C. So definitely an antioxidant. And then inflammation, we have to be really careful when we speak about inflammation. The FDA equates conversations of inflammation with the diseases of inflammation, which are also the diseases of aging. So Alzheimer's, cardiovascular disease, cancer. If I come on your show and I say we address inflammation, what the FDA hears is me claiming that we cure cancer, we cure cardiovascular disease. We are not making that claim, of course. There's a lot of expensive research that would need to go in order to make that claim. What the FDA will allow us is to say that we address inflammation, at least as that inflammation is related to exercise-induced inflammation. So now we've got deep sleep, we've got antioxidant, we've got anti-inflammatory, at least as it relates to exercise. But what's really driving all of these? And that leads us to the B.O.S.S theory. Now, the B.O.S.S theory stands for Buffering Oxidative Stress System. And there's a couple of things that give credibility to this theory. First, we know from peer-reviewed published research that this ESS60 molecule gets into the mitochondria. We also know from way back in the 90s that the molecule can hold up to 6 negatively charged particles on the exterior of this cage. So what does that look like? The mitochondria is the powerhouse of every cell. There's between 50 and 5,000 mitochondria in every cell in our body, except for our blood cells, which have 0, and our brain and neurons, which have 2 million. It is amazing how much energy our nervous system uses relative to our other systems. I'll also add, like our most consistent testimonial, focus and energy, better sleep. These are brain-related things, so there's really no surprise here. Like every power source, the mitochondria is the power source. There is a negative byproduct. You think about your car going down the road, there's exhaust. You think about a power plant where there's smoke coming out of the smokestack. In the case of mitochondria, it's reactive oxygen species. Now, these, the way I picture them, if they're left to their own devices, they're like little bumper cars where everything they bump into in your body, they cause rust, they cause oxidative stress, oxidative damage. And you can see here, internal to the mitochondria, you've got glutathione and melatonin to manage those reactive oxygen species. And so they're managed here. They're this nice baby blue color. But what happens as we age and our body gets less capable of managing these stresses, this stressed mitochondria, not only do you have some of the reactive oxygen species being managed by the internal glutathione and melatonin, but you also have extra reactive oxygen species. Again, these are like those little bumper cars causing that stress, that oxidative damage. And that's where the ESS60 molecule shines. Again, peer-reviewed published research, it's in the mitochondria. We know it can hold up to 6 negatively charged particles. So it's holding them so that they can't prevent, so it prevents them from causing damage. And then when that mitochondria replenishes the glutathione or the melatonin, those are the key antioxidants used to manage those reactive oxygen species, then it can go about its natural job. Allows your body's mitochondria to do their natural job without experiencing the damage. So if you think about that, reducing the negative impact of stress mitochondria, if we do that, which is what the B.O.S.S theory suggests, we should have systemic benefits, and we should have what we have, which are head-to-toe testimonials. Just to tie this all together, I've got just two more slides. You've got the oxidative stress, which we've already said we address in the mitochondria. You've got mitochondrial dysfunction. We're helping the mitochondria perform the way it's supposed to. Chronic inflammation, well, we have to be really careful, and we can just talk about inflammation as as it relates to exercise-induced inflammation. Kind of last slide here. We think of the experience on our product as a 3-month time frame. Where month one is, which has parallels with our most consistent testimonial, right? Take it in the morning, report month of focus and energy during the day, better sleep at night. So month one is focus and energy. We had somebody who submitted a video in the evening after they had taken the product. They noticed that they didn't finish their cup of coffee. Now, if you're a coffee drinker, that's a big deal, right? I see you've got your cup of Joe there. If you're a coffee drinker, that's a big deal. I'm down. I used to be a 2 to 3 cup of coffee per day person. I'm really down to half a cup, maybe 1 cup. It's about the ritual when I come in the morning. That's month one. Month two is deeper sleep. The testimonial that I lean on here is my business coach. Yeah, add that ESS 60 right in there. My
Well, it
business
makes you
coach.
talk better.
Yeah. Yeah. My business coach reported that for 50 years, he needed an alarm clock. When he started taking the C60 Evo formula, he wakes up before the alarm clock. He does, I like to point out, he's a business coach. So he's got late night mixers, late night dinners. None of this late night stuff matters unless he doesn't get the product for about 10 days, then he needs the alarm clock again. And then finally, on month three, we've got systemic mitochondrial benefits. And again, the testimonials are just so powerful. We can't share them yet. We have to do more expensive research. And we're going to hopefully starting 4 clinical trials this year. The testimony I'll share here is my father-in-law was walking with a cane at about the 3-month mark. He stopped using the cane, started walking further. Of course, you walk further, you start having weight loss benefits because of the walking. That is kind of the description of the systemic mitochondrial benefits that we get in month 3.
And a lot of
Well, I was
people
serious.
get all those
Go ahead.
benefits right away.
I was serious about it. Helps you talk better. The oil from at least like what I'm using is the coconut oil. To switch it around and you're speaking on the air, the small amount of coconut oil helps you with your speech pattern. I don't know why. It just magically works. That's all I can say. It
2
magically
reasons.
works.
Yeah, there's
Pardon
2
me?
reasons. MCT is actually really good. It's an energy source that your brain can use immediately, right? So it doesn't have to be
Okay.
processed to the liver and turned into sugar that it needs, the glucose that it needs. The other is you've got the ESS 60 molecule. You get that in your mouth. You get some absorption directly into the blood vessels immediately,
Okay.
which have access to your brain. Like that's why.
Well, it doesn't work with coconut oil and it doesn't work with olive oil, but it works with C60 Evo coconut oil. And I can
Yep.
say that because if you're a speaker like your friend who's a businessman and he has to get up in front of a crowd, you put that in there and I put a little breathing oil in with it and I do that. And the breathing oil doesn't do it, but I go like this. And all of a sudden there's no dryness in my mouth. I get scared when I do my videos because of what I say is going to come and then it always comes and I get scared. Oh my God, what if it doesn't happen? So there's always a fear factor when I do my videos. I always clam up and get a little bit afraid. Well, this helps me with my speaking. So just the way it is, I guess.
Yeah, I think it
And
helps.
like I said, it works magically. You can't say, I don't know what's this C60 Evo, but we deal with a lot of magic products on this, and everything works by magic. FDA can't define that.
No, well, this molecule received the Nobel Prize in 1996 for its excellence in chemistry. And they didn't even know what it could do for people and pets. They were just using it for industrial. And Chris and Robert were the only lab making it back then. There might have been somebody in Russia, but they are no longer in business. And China
Okay.
China might still be in business, but We're the only one in America, but we are the only one in the world making what we call the good stuff, the clean ESS 60, specifically made for people and pets. And that's what we're all enjoying the benefits of. And Chris does the science. I personally go intuitive and just say the molecule is intuitive. It just goes to where people need it. And everybody has different results. It's beautiful.
That's my third page of the blood test. Everything's within range, except the two things it says I'm taking too many antibiotics, which I stopped. Everything, 3 pages of notes, and everything is within range. It blows my mind. Every time I go that, well, you got to take this drug, you got to take that drug, and you got to take some of this, and you got to take some. Man, I don't even. The guy
Your
didn't
camera
even,
dropped.
yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, well, I don't know why I stopped, but we're having a camera issue, but we'll get it fixed. Bottom line is, I don't have to worry about the blood tests, and they're not assigning me any more drugs. The doctor just
Yeah.
looked at me and says, "You don't need thyroid drugs. Your thyroid is normal." I said, "Okay, so
Wow.
my thyroid's normal." I said, "Boy, we got this camera issue."
I'll tell
Okay, maybe
you,
that'll hold it.
in the last week, I have heard more people tell me about people that I've never met that died in the last week or 2 weeks. Like we are really losing a lot of population.
Yes, we are, and I don't know if it has to do with what Pete Hegseth is spraying on us or what, but there's a lot of people in the hospital right now dying.
Yeah,
Boy, we have a little camera upset.
I don't think Pete is in charge of spraying it. I think the good guys are in charge of making it stop. It's been happening since the 50s, but
Yeah, and I
yeah,
even saw
today
some
all of a
photos.
sudden I'm feeling dry in the throat too because it's finally getting warm. But we had our biggest snow of the season last week. Like what? It was snow between 70-degree days on the front and the end. So they're playing with everything. And what we need to do is just get strong from the inside. We can't fix them, the politicians, quick enough, but we can certainly take this daily to remedy what's going on inside ourselves. And I think that's really what's giving us power now is knowing that we are an inside job. And if it's something as simple as this, a spoon, and this in the morning, I've got it.
Well, I
I
just
mean,
put
for
it in my
me, I
coffee or
want it
tea.
easy and I want to notice the benefits. Boy, your camera is now slowly creeping down. That's funny. It's like in a
You know,
mood.
I had this all taped up and somebody must not want this broadcast, but that's okay. We're going to continue to broadcast.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
mean, this is Gorilla Tape doesn't fail.
that's
This is
funny.
Gorilla Tape. It's
The
not
last
supposed
two
to
days,
fail.
both of our shows had a rough start. Like, I think all the influencers are being tested, and we just sit here, send you more Evo so you can hold on to your patience and keep clearing that brain fog. Yeah, even Chris has got, I mean, it's a hard time right now to be human. It just
Well,
is.
it
So,
is, and if you do something they disagree with, then they're all over you. And I will admit that sometimes I get a little paranoid when a black SUV follows me for about 4 miles and I make a left and it's still there, and I make a right and it's still there, and I make so sometimes I get a little paranoid. But
hmm.
that started in Kiev when I had my embassy. And then when I went to Russia, it really accelerated. So it's just what you can expect when you get involved in international politics. So for all you politicians out there, ambassadors, presidents, secretaries of this, ministers of that. Funny, when I stayed in Kiev, the brother of the guy I stayed with was the minister of anti-monopoly, and he retired. And in Kiev, in most of the world, you don't get a fortune. He retired on 400 a month. He was one of their ministers, like one of our secretaries. Only in like Europe and the United States do you make billions of dollars. But the rest of the world, everybody's normal. I was walking down the road in the Dominican Republic and I ran into a guy who had just retired as vice president. We became friends, and he retired on almost nothing, but he was happy. So only in the United States do you have that making billions of dollars, and Czechoslovakia, Germany, France, some of the other big nations. But that doesn't happen in Serbia or Romania or Bulgaria or Poland, just the big Western. So for all you guys who are just normal, you might want to look into C60 Evo because I cannot believe that all my numbers are perfect now. Just
Well,
perfect.
I can't believe I walk the earth and I'm not paranoid. What I've been up against for the last 10 years is
Yes.
telling the truth about crop circles in the UK. I mean, I listen to these influencers. Oh, they took me off my channel and my income. It's like, you guys are lightweights compared to what I tolerated. I was used for practice. I was like, do you want to be Patty Greered in the UFO field? So, I went through it also, pretty much like you.
Well, it's something the first time you get shot or poisoned. It's something.
Yeah, well, I've
Takes you
been
totally
poisoned
off guard.
twice.
Okay.
It's not fun, but I'm still here and so are you. And you know why?
Yes.
Mm.
And there's a reason.
Big bottle. Got the big
Oh
bottle.
yeah, you know, the best way to do it is the monthly distribution like I do. You get a monthly distribution. And I'm going to add the coconut oil to my monthly distribution because we've still got plenty of C60 with olive oil, but I love this. I don't know why my body likes the coconut oil. I don't know why. It just I haven't tried the avocado oil. Maybe. Oh, how much less C60 Evos in the coconut oil versus the olive oil?
Well, the MCT is half as strong as the olive. So the olive has 0.85 milligrams per milliliters. The avocado has 0.65, zero point 0.6 to 0.65 milligrams per milliliters, and the MCT has only 0.35. So it's half as strong. So I take twice as much.
That's what I'm going to do then. I'm
Yeah,
going to
I
start
love
taking
it.
twice as much.
I love it in my morning coffee and I never forget to take it. Whereas I used to be a little forgetful in the morning with the olive oil. I'm not forgetful around noon when I'm like, ooh, shot of olive oil. Then I'm like sharp as could be for the day. The MCT just gets me going in the morning, but the olive oil is the strong bang that we recommend everybody start with the olive oil. And it does have
Yeah.
a real olive oil taste because it's from a farm in Tunisia. It's not generic. It's actually really good, extra fine, cold pressed organic olive oil from a farm
Tastes
in
like it has
Tunisia.
pepper in it.
It
Tastes
does.
like
It
it's
tastes
peppery.
like, right? Yeah, Chris used to make a joke about you go to a fine Italian restaurant and they season it with olive oil and say, would you like some pepper? And we both look at them and go, uh-huh, cheap olive oil, you know. You don't have to do that if it's the real stuff. So ours is the real stuff. And some people that are sissies, I was in the beginning. I wasn't an olive oil person, but boy, I am now. And all of our Italian and Greek influencers and customers say, wow, it's really nice to have the good stuff.
Well, I
So
like it.
yeah, it's really good. I mean, any of the flavors are great. Let's go to your landing page, which is c60evo.com / William dash Mount. Excuse me, we
You
have
know,
pretty intense
10 years from
chemtrails
now,
today, and I was sitting outside. I apologize.
10 years from now, you're not going to care whether you save $10 on a bottle. Just get that monthly distribution like I do, because then it comes every month and it's now in a glass bottle, comes in a little box, comes right to your door, and you're not going to worry about it. I just
Right.
monthly.
It's called a
Ooh,
subscription, and you save 20% when you sign up. So people that have never tried the products, they say, well, what should I start with? And if you'd go to the top, Chris, it is
right
the
there.
olive oil.
Yes,
And
right there. That's what we started with.
the olive oil comes in four different sizes from 4 ounce, 8 ounce, 16, and 32 ounce, the big bottle I showed you. It is going to really impress you. And for people that want to also glow on the outside, we have the starter set on the other side of your image, and that is the olive oil and the advanced facial serum, which is infused with the ESS 60, of course. And it smells like rosemary. It's so lovely, and it's got a base of chia seed oil, which I think we're the only company doing a facial serum with chia seed oil because it is natural and exceptional. So these are the two things that we recommend people start with, unless they want to get carried away. We have a whole lot more. So as we go down, you'll see the olive oil. We also have olive oil capsules for people that travel. They will not pull it out of your
Yes.
luggage. If you want to stick them in a baggie in your pocket, your briefcase, your purse, your glove box, the capsules are really great. And the three flavors right there, the sampler set, we have in three different sizes you can order. This is the 4 ounce, and it's one of each flavor. So you'll get to try them all, see which one you prefer, or if you like all three, sign up for a monthly or bi-monthly. You just write our customer service. We will send it to you as often or rarely as you desire. and you'll get 20% off.
Well, the idea of taking my numbers back and being able to bounce off the wall again. Oh my God, you should see my dreams. Ha ha! My dreams are insane in color and very vivid. I wake up, I'm like, wow, what's going on? Where am I? The dreams are incredible.
We are all talking about that. That is so neat. You too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I've always had color dreams. Never had a black and white, where I'm flying through the air or whatever. But I woke up yesterday morning like, wow, where's reality? Because the dreams are so vivid. I ought to be able to hook me up and do a movie on those. Hollywood would just love it.
God, no kidding. I did 10 hours of sleep yesterday. I could not believe myself when I woke up. I was just like, this is good. And it's the Evo, I'm sure. So this is not available on our website. It's only available on your landing page. We are doing
William Dash Mount.
buy three and save 18%. And it's on our top sellers, which is the olive oil, the starter set, and the capsules. And if you'd
Yeah,
like to save a little bit more, then we recommend you buy 6 bottles. And if you do 6 bottles, you'll save 20%. Or if you sign up for a monthly on anything, you'll save 20%. But this is the special here that we are offering. If you buy 6 of them, we'll save that. And the best deal of all is if you buy a case of 12, which we sell a lot of, you'll save 25%. And no matter what discounts you get, keep in mind 20% off for a monthly subscription. Oh, and don't forget to use the secret code on this page for William Mount. That'll give you $15 more off at checkout. So you see that little thing on the bottom, shop all cases. It'll just show you all the products, but you can also go to the store and see all these other products that we have, another facial serum, a hair serum, lip balms, wonderful body creams, but they're on the store, not on this landing page. So definitely start here and then go to the store and check everything out. But use William's code at checkout to save a little discount more and sign up for a monthly because you won't regret it. And if you don't decide you want to stay on it, just call us, send us an email. We won't even ask questions. We will take you right off the subscription and you'll be good to go without. But most of our customers stay on subscription after years. And we have great loyalty because the products work. And that alone is my favorite testimonial, is that people stay on it. And once in a while, we do cancellations, of course. Some people that can't afford it or they feel like, yeah, maybe not noticing enough within 2 weeks. Most of them come back and say, okay, I noticed. I really liked how I felt. So c60evo.com/William dash Mount. And there is a dash in the middle because of the M and the M next to each other. I guess is why we set it
Oh,
up that way.
I can't believe my numbers are 5.7. It just blood sugar of 105 blew my mind. I haven't had that since I was 12.
That's fantastic. I mean, I love hearing testimonials. That's my job. Chris is the scientist. He's doing all these peer review tests. I just read the testimonials and share because people are being blown away. We were mentioning Paul Begley, 75 pounds, and he's no longer doing the finger blood prick because he doesn't need it anymore.
Oh, I threw that away. They tried to get me on that because they wanted to sell me insulin. So I had flesh-eating bacteria. They had a colostomy bag on me. They took the colostomy bag off, but they had to put me on insulin for, I think it was 3 months, and I gained 35 pounds on insulin. And I'm
Now
like,
you
how do diet?
now you're just bye bye, don't need you.
Don't need you. No, doctor. My vision's 2025 and 2040. I
Wow.
qualify without my glasses. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, veterinarians don't like us either because we sell great products for dogs and cats, horses and hamsters. I mean, you can give it to pretty much any pets, but they don't need the veterinarians very much like they used to, and those visits are expensive. And I'm not making a claim, I'm just saying, what a coincidence that people are sending us tear jerkers about their pets being so much better when they weren't before taking C60 Evo. I did just inherit an 18-year-old cat, and she is
Oh,
like she's 10 again. I've been popping
that's
the Evo on her
fantastic.
treats first thing in the morning. she's got such a personality, but when she got here, she was like a little curled ball at 18 because the family got a couple of dogs and she moved into the closet corner for 2 years. So I got her kind of crippled up and depressed. And now she's yelling at me if I'm like late to change her water or something. She's just marvelous. But
Give me a
I've
treat.
watched
Tuna,
her
tuna.
I've watched her spread her wings and evolve like a gorgeous kitty. And I have to keep that door closed behind me because if I close her out and I do a show, she will pace back and forth and yell the entire show. Uh,
Ah,
I I did it once and I was like, I'm not going to get up and stop the show, but Uma, be quiet. And she wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, we bring everybody back to life somehow. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. I'm not making a claim. My mom, 97, her skin is every bit as good as mine. This is
wow.
our facial serum, the C60 Evo Advanced Facial Serum. My goodness, her skin at 97 in 4 days is gorgeous. She said to me on the phone, "Why don't you just show them a picture of my face? My skin is amazing. Most people don't have that at 98." And I said, "I know, Mom," or 97. God, I'm throwing another year on her. I said, "Most people don't read 300-page books every week either." She does. So she's
Holy
outlived
cow.
all of her friends. She's out-healthed all of her neighbors, and her mind is still so bright, it's mind-boggling in her high 90s. So all I
Can
can
she
say
be on
is
the show with you? Can she be on the show with you and us?
I I was just there visiting her last week and I thought about it, but I don't know if she'd enjoy the pressure. But I
Well,
will
there's no
probably
pressure when she's
I'll
when she's
share a
talking to me.
photo. I'll share
There's no
photos of
pressure.
her.
I just want to say how you doing. What do you need? I'm not gonna pump her with any questions. She's 97. I'm just gonna say how you doing
Yeah,
at 97. She would be fun to have on our program.
she would be fun.
I would love to just stop everything and just forget about the world falling apart and just put her on our program at
Well, we might
97.
have to do that. Might have to do that. She's got a helper who's in her 50s, and the helper can probably hook us up to Zoom on her end. So I could
You can
probably make
imagine.
that happen. But the helper alone loves me so much because I sent her the C60 Evo oil also, and she had a lifetime of migraines. Now she doesn't. Now, I'm
We'll
not
do a
making a
5 minute
medical
video.
claim. I'm saying it might be a coincidence, but she's not the only one. We are hearing it nonstop. So by the end of this year, Chris and Robert are running a migraine study at the lab because we want to be able to talk about it. Right now, we actually shouldn't be because we can't make medical claims. So I'm certainly not. I'm just saying our clients have, our customers, our friends and family have made incredible claims about those headaches no longer being a part of their problem.
Oh, I
So
believe it.
what a gift. What a gift, no matter what your malady. If it goes away, your blood sugar goes down, your blood rate gets better, your mitochondria clears, your
But
brain.
I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people like me.
Yeah,
I'm just one that says, "Bye, doctor. I love you. You do 50-mile rides on a bicycle, but you know what? I'll see you in about 2 or 3 years.
that's right.
The
Yeah,
bolus is going away. The blood sugar A1C is 5.7. The blood sugar is 105, and he's totally miffed."
that's amazing. Well, I think we're anti-aging successfully with C60 Evo. That's why we're on your show because you have a lot of intelligent people that watch. You have a lot of ex-military that's had their bodies hurt
Yes,
in more ways than
yes.
one. Our number one guy is the undefeated boxer, David Nino Rodriguez, is
Okay.
loving the benefits. So all of our influencers, they use the products or we don't do interviews with them because it's authentic to talk about how you feel. And that's what your audience cares about. They don't want to hear some unbonified ad, of maybe some words written on a piece of paper. If it happened for you and they see the difference, they're going to be curious enough to want to try it. And needless to say, you and I are a little older than Chris, but we are anti-aging.
I can't believe all the numbers are perfect. They haven't been that way since I got out of the army.
It's a
God
beautiful
knows what
thing.
I was exposed to: babesiosis, ehrlichiosis, malaria, Rocky Mountain spotted fever, mycoplasma forensis incognitus, and I could go on with a list about that long. My blood's never been normal. It's normal now.
Yay.
You saw the test results. Now I stopped the antibiotics. My kidney's going to go back to normal. It takes about 3 or 4 days. And so I can feel it going back to normal.
That's amazing.
Unbelievable results.
Yay.
Come back in. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I believe it.
All right. Well, you can tell your audience what you recommend.
C60 Evo, because the other stuff is industrial C60. And I don't want to put stuff made for tires. And you don't want to put stuff made for tires in your body. You want to make sure it says Evo on it.
That's right. And you do need to try that oil right there. The avocado is so delicious and nutty. Just take it on a spoon. Oh, he's just going to go right into the bottle.
Yeah.
I love the flavor of that.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah. That's
All the
just,
flavors are great. That's why we do the sampler set. It just gives everybody a chance to try all three. And now that we're delivering the oil and glass bottles, now that we are, I'm going to have a hard time picking up all three. There we go with one hand, two hands. They're really beautiful. And the I think they make wonderful gifts. So you might consider stocking up on the 3, 6, and 12 units because then you can share it with your family if you love your family. I know there's a lot of people that maybe don't want their mom and dad to live longer, but for those of you who do, gift your parents some C60 Evo. My mom at 97, almost next week, is mind-boggling consciousness. She is really in amazing shape. Her dog is a 17-year-old Shih Tzu. We kind of wonder if it's still breathing, but it is still breathing. That is an old dog. So, yeah, I mean, it's how to prolong life for those you love and certainly for yourself. So, c60evo.com/ William Mount will get you there.
yay. Okay. Anything else, Chris? You're the scientist in this group.
No,
Me,
you
I'm
guys
just a
don't.
guinea pig, and I love it.
You've got amazing results. Again, assume those results won't happen for you. If you're interested in trying the product, the link has been mentioned multiple times, and we just appreciate you having us on.
Well, I'm blow my mind. I mean, 5.7. I've never seen a blood sugar of 105 unless I was dead. Just
Definitely not
my
dead.
mom. I'm not
Coming
dead.
around.
You can see it. You know where I live. I already showed you my address. You know I'm a real person. You got my telephone number. So I wouldn't endorse that unless I showed people where I lived because that way they know I'm real and they know what I say is real. If
Hmm.
they have any questions, come on by. I mean, I don't hide where I live. Why? When you're talking about extending life and getting rid of diabetes, why would you hide and say, I won't tell you where I live? I record right out of the upstairs room in my house.
Hmm.
So it ain't no secret. 6-foot fence around the house on D Street in Tacoma. So you know I'm real. You know where I live. You know what I do. And I wouldn't broadcast it unless it's true because my life is on the line on what I broadcast. My life is, when I talk about a problem with Air Force One and my neighbor says, yeah, it's right. It is wrong with Air Force One. My life and the lives of the Air Force One and Air Force Two crews are on the line, and the life of the president's on the line. There's no reason for me to lie even once because so many lives are on the line. And I appreciate you watching this program more than you could imagine. So anyway, go ahead, you guys.
Well, we
I
just
know
want to
that's
say
kind of a
thank
lot to
you.
swallow. Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you
And
very much for the show.
a pleasure. And I think people have no idea who we really are. Like the things that you've done, your audience wouldn't believe. The things I've done, your
They
audience
would,
probably wouldn't believe. And the things Chris has done, far more appropriate than the things you and I have done.
oh yes.
Me in the field of UFOs, you in the field of government. Chris is still doing the straight up thing, delivering C60 Evo to people and pets around the world. Yay, us! Teamwork, we're going to get there.
Well, I can't believe how much you exposed with the UFO community.
Yeah.
And so many of them just aren't here with us anymore.
No, I'm really lucky to be here. And I got to tell you the truth, I almost wasn't. And 3 times I've had real serious attacks. And if it wasn't for this gorgeous product, I wouldn't be here knocking on wood every day saying, Thank you, God, for this glorious day. I wake up every day and just go, Oh, yay, I get to do it all over again. So it's a
Well, I
blessing.
want to see the end of the mess we're in. The Treasury
And
said we're insolvent as a nation. I want to see how this is going to turn out. This is going to be exciting.
it is. And I think we're going to see a lot more arrests really soon. I think we're about to explode with evolution. So I'd say put your smart beanies on, everybody, and get some Evo in your brain so you're ready for this because it's going
So
to
you
be
can
big.
watch this mess that's about to start to unwind. It's exciting.
It's very exciting. All right, onward and upward, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you, Patty and Chris. I really appreciate you coming on the show, and so does everybody else on the program.
Thank you.
It's going to blow. This program's going to blow their mind.
We hope so. All right, stay well, everyone. Take care.
Okay, and when we're off the air, I have a question for Chris.